Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tom Olsen. The name of the show is Olsen on Law right here on News 96.5 WDBO. Hey, it is time to bring on a guest, and he is attorney Charlie Price. Hello, Charlie.
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, Charlie Price, he is a tax lawyer in Altamont Springs. And, Charlie, I want to bring you on because we occasionally get this question, and that is, there are people out there who are seeing ads about how they owe income taxes or back income taxes, and they can pay pennies on a dollar to get those unpaid income taxes paid and bring them up to date. Now, is that such a claim true in those advertisements, Charlie?
You know, tax resolutions become a big business, and large, giant companies, or they're really marketing companies, have come in. They're flooding the airwaves with these ads about settling debts. Now, is it possible to settle debts? Absolutely. It's what's called an offer in compromise, and the IRS has become more aggressive in trying to pursue these offers to get money into the coffers. But what they typically don't tell people is that there's really a two-step formula for determining whether you can get an offer or not. And the first part of that is the IRS will look at all of your assets, including retirement accounts, cars, equity in your house, cash in the bank, and they'll look at all of that, and the total of your assets will be the first part of the offer. So if you have $100,000 worth of assets, the minimum offer that they'll accept is $100,000. In addition, they're going to look at your disposable income, what you have left after your expenses they'll allow over 12 to 24 months. So they add those two things together to determine a qualified offer. And I'll give you an example of this. I have a client who was pitched by one of these companies. They're going to charge him $10,000 to settle his $78,000 debt with the IRS, which sounded very seductive, but he wanted a second opinion. So he came to see me. I sat down with him, ran over his financials, and discovered that he had $150,000 in equity in his house. And so I said, look, in a million years, the IRS is never going to settle your $78,000 tax debt when you have $150,000 in equity. So instead, what we did is I got the IRS to not impose any type of lien against his house so he can get his house refinanced, and he paid him off in full. And he saved $10,000. So he would have gone to them, paid $10,000, and never in a million years would have gotten the offer. So that's what you got to really be careful about.
Well, Charlie, that is very interesting, and I'm glad that you're sharing that with our listeners out there. So we're talking about people who have unpaid income taxes from prior years, and they really want to know what to do. Step one would be to sit down and talk to a lawyer like you, I suppose.
That's absolutely correct.
All right. Charlie, tell the listeners how they can reach you.
Well, there's two ways, really three. One is I have an app. It's called IRS Attorney. You can get it for Google and or Apple phones. There's also a free book that I will give to your listeners. It's called I Can't Pay the IRS, Now What? And you can get that at theirsbook.com, or they can call my office at 407-834-0090.
Thank you for that offer, Charlie. We appreciate it. That's Charlie Price. He's a tax lawyer in Altamont Springs, and we appreciate him coming on the show and lending us his expertise. And we invite you to take up the offer to get his free book, and that'd be great. Thank you, Charlie. We appreciate it.